Hey everyone, Irish Guy here. I just want to take a moment to talk about cruise ship etiquette. Now, if you've been on a cruise, you're probably aware of a few things, but you may not be aware of all of this. And one of the most common problems that I've encountered on a cruise is when you go out to that back deck called the Serenity deck. You know, where it's adults only deck where they got a pool and and/or hot tub depending upon the cruise ship line you're on. But what people will do, they'll go out there really early and they'll put a towel down to save their spot. So you see all these towels and nobody's sitting there. And then surprisingly enough, you go and move a towel and you sit down and somebody comes back and says, "Hey man, I had that spot marked." So that's really, really a problem. Not so much a problem on a cruise. I was aboard the Carnival Elation out of Mobile, Alabama. People on that were pretty friendly. But we took another cruise out of Baltimore, the Carnival Pride, and the people were horrible. I mean, absolutely horrible about claiming their chairs on the Serenity deck with a towel. You know, they're not even out there. They're in their room sleeping or something. Some other words of etiquette for cruisers. You know, if you're going to the food areas, if you haven't taken a bath, at least take a bath. And I mean, I'm not saying that you have to look good and have your hair combed and have on a nice swimsuit and shirt or whatever. I care less about that, but don't stink. If you can smell somebody 5 feet away, that's inappropriate. Go take a shower, clean up before you get around food. And if you smell that bad, your hands touching the things that getting the food out are probably filthy. Because that's another problem with cruisers. And another one, don't hang out on the gangway. I mean, if you're waiting on the ferry, or you're waiting to walk down, if you're at a port that has a dock and you're waiting to walk off, people want to come and go. Don't stand around down there and hold up traffic. Don't hang out on the gangway. And then another problem, do not, and I repeat, do not bring weed in the ship and smoke it, because it goes all through the surrounding staterooms. And this didn't happen, surprisingly enough. It didn't happen on the Pride, but it did on the Elation. And somebody down there somewhere was smoking Doja, and you could smell that stuff in every stateroom, in the hallway. I mean, it was ridiculous. So, you know, don't do that stuff. If you want to do that, that's fine. Now, that's a political issue. You do whatever you want to. But don't do it around others. Do it around others. Don't do it around others on a cruise ship. I mean, that's unacceptable. And other words of etiquette. When you're boarding the ship and when you're leaving the ship, have all of your stuff well packaged and be able to roll it or have it over your shoulder. Don't have stuff so every time you move, you got to pick up 3 or 4 different bags so you hold up traffic. Not saying everybody's got to be in a hurry, but when you want to get there and when you want to get off the boat, you don't want to have to deal with that. Just be courteous, common sense. And other advice, I really don't have much except, really that's about it. I mean, if you got some other pointers, you know, feel free to share them in the video comments here. I'd love to hear them. And feel free to check out all my other cruise ship videos. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.